tourism from Western.
Of
And
course.
I see the Western tourism, tourists, they really want to involve the activity of
Of course.
local people. Yeah,
Of course.
but
Of course.
but but Vietnamese people don't. They don't.
Ah, so
Yeah,
it depends. So because of,
yeah,
yeah, actually something that you always have. Like, for example, when you have green spaces, nature, and you can see it
yeah,
everywhere, of course, it's like really normal. It becomes really ordinary, normal to you. So maybe you, I don't know, you're not keen on or interested in going and visiting. But when you don't have something, actually, it comes from like restriction and lack. Like you don't
yeah,
have something, so you want to try it. And I
yeah,
think experience of trying something, especially, this type of activity, like for example, I don't know, it's not a kind of gardening or I don't know, walking, planning in nature. So that is
yeah,
perfect. But
yeah,
as you said, depends on the people, of course. Maybe the people in the north of Vietnam are really tired of this activity. Like, oh, again, we need to do it. But
yeah,
for people, for strangers, of course, it's
yeah.
really interesting.
I, yeah, my friend, she work in uh, plan for some tourists. She's tourist, so she said that the Vietnamese people, they only want to sightseeing and to travel around. Yeah, but Western people, they don't. They want to involve a lot of
Yeah, of
activity.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
want
yeah, like, no, just
to
try.
around, and they want to yeah, breathe a bit
Yeah,
with the and yeah, and make cake. Yeah,
yeah,
and there
of
are activity that
course.
they want to involve.
Yeah, of course. So it's like, two different, like,
Yeah,
perspective on this type of activity. And, of course, it depends on the location that you live. And if you try something or this is the first time that you want to try, so of course, it's been really interesting when you haven't tried it. Well, and now let's see. As I remember, yeah, we should talk about the ways, phrases to accept and decline an invitation. So it can be formal or informal. So there are different ways to say that thank you, I accept, or no, I decline, I can't. So first of all, let's talk about formal, informal. So you know that they're totally different. So like, formal context is totally different from informal. So the phrases, word that we normally use in conversation, of course, is different. But informal or informal. So you
mm-hmm.
know that we have a word that is thank you. So that is really common. And I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate, for example, it's my pleasure. So different ways, but thank you is the best one, I want to say, the most common, and for formal and informal. Now, how to say? You want to accept an invitation, of course. Thank you. This is formal
Mm-hmm.
situation. For example, you invite me, and you're, for example, this is a business, for example, event or something like this. I say, thank you for the invitation. I want to attend. I say, I would be honored. Yeah, I would be honored to attend. So this is, I would be delighted. I would be honored to accept, for example, your invitation. And it's, for example, I don't know, with great pleasure that I accept your invitation. So different words. And uh, we have some words like pleased, like, for example, pleasure, like delighted, all that means happy. So like, to actually the word happy. So it will be great to attend. I appreciate the invitation. So of course, it's like, okay, thank you. I appreciate. And now when it comes to informal, just thank you. Thanks for inviting me. I'd love to come. I'd love. So, for example, you're talking to your family or I don't know, relative. So, anyone, I'd love. Ah, that sounds great. And for example, I'm in. Thanks for the invite. I would like to, I would be happy to join. See you, like this. So they're informal. Now, this is actually, there is a situation that you don't want or you can't accept. So you should, or you have to decline. Thank you for your invitation, but of course, but unfortunately, I won't be able to attend. This is the most common, normal. Unfortunately, for example, I must decline your invitation as I have another, for example, arrangement, engagement, or something like this. Thank you for the invitation, but I'm unable to attend due to personal reason. If you don't want to give, if you want, of course, you can give the reason, but it's not essential. You shouldn't. Like, now, it's informal. Thanks for the invite. I can't make it. I can't make it. This time, for example, I wish I could, but I've already got something else planned. So different phrases. Actually, conversational language is really easy, but you know that in formal context, formal situation, we need to be a little bit more careful, and maybe we need to consider different aspect, who we are talking to, what age, what position. Let me write some phrases that maybe are good phrases on the board so you can have them.
Yeah.
Wow. Let me change this. Pink. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is formal. This is informal.
Yeah.
Formal. So the first one, and we have, I want to accept. Thank you. The difference, formal, thank you, informal, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invitation. I would be honored to attend, to join. So it's like, or I would be delighted. Delighted means happy, again, to accept. To accept your invitation, for example. This is the second one. Or for example, I'm pleased, this one is too formal. I'm pleased to confirm my attendance. This is too formal. What is this?
Yeah.
At your event. Even for writing, so you can use it, okay? Or for example, it's with great pleasure. So, for example, great pleasure that I accept. You can continue. Just, you can say just the first part. You don't say that I accept your invitation. But you don't need to say, actually, it's too much. Just, it's a great pleasure. That is, or great pleasure. Or, of course, I would be delighted. So you don't need to continue. But if you want, of course, make it complete is really good. Now, the informal one, just thanks for inviting. This is the most common, okay? And for example, I would love to come. I would love. We like this one. I'd love to join. I love to come. I love to, for example, so different. I love to come. Okay. So this is another one. And for example, we normally say, especially when we like, okay, and we say, wow, that's really good. That sounds great. That sounds great. Amazing. That sounds amazing. So different adjectives, not only great, that sounds great. It sound, and for example, the next one, I'd be happy to join. To join. All of them are actually informal phrases that you and there are a lot. So, and just if the situation is really informal, just friendly, thanks. Count me in. Count me in. So I will join. So this is informal. Another one, now you want to decline. Okay, you say, again, thank you for inviting me or something like this. Okay, for your invitation. The second part is important, but unfortunately, I won't be able to attend. This is I will not or I won't be able to join or attend. So if you want to talk about your attendance and you have I regret, that is I appreciate again. So you have the first part of actually formal for accepting, but you say but. For example, I appreciate your invitation, but I have, I don't know, for example, maybe plan, or for example, I must decline. I must decline your invitation.
Yeah.
As I have another, for example, I don't know, engagement. I need to do something else. Unfortunately, so you can add unfortunately at the beginning to make it that you are not happy with, but actually it's not that there is no other choice. Again, thank you for your invitation, but I'm unable. So it's I can't, because this is formal. We say unable or I'm not able to attend due to personal, I don't know, reasons. And different. Now, informal, okay, I can make it. This is really good. Thanks for the invite, but I can't make it this time. I can. This is the most common that we normally use it. I can make it. Or for example, we have I wish. I wish I could, but I've got already something else. So I wish I could, but I've got already something else planned. Yeah, and of course, not only these phrases. So this way you can accept or decline invitation, but you don't need to make it really complex, just in a normal sentences that is understandable and clear. So when it's your choice, which adjective you use, so it's, how to use. If you're happy with situation, you can use any other adjective. Okay, well.
So I have a question. Yeah, I'm not sure, and I don't know why when I would like to decline the invitation in formal and in informal.
Yeah.
In informal in situation, you mentioned that I wish I couldn't.
I
So
could.
yeah.
Couldn't?
I wish I
could,
could.
yeah.
I wish I could. Yeah, but I don't know is that structure used for in informal situation.
Of course, of course. Yeah, but let me say something. When it comes to informal situation, we
Yeah.
have different levels. So let me say something. Definitely, yes. We use I wish I could for informal situation. That is really good. And we normally use it. It's like, for example, we are talking, okay, and you say, for example, can we have, for example, another extra session next week? And I say, I wish I could. So this is really informal. This is casual. This is normal. We can use it. I wish I could, but I've got some other plans. So for example, I've got already scheduled another class, so I can't. So this is the way, yeah, because I wish and could, let me say something. When people see the word could somewhere, like, oh, this is formal, since we normally say could is more polite and formal than can, but this one is informal. And for example, when you're talking to your friend, it depends. If you don't want to, for example, if you want to feel really comfortable, just for example, I can't make it. For example, you and your brother.
Yeah.
You and your friend, I wish I could. Why not? So it depends on the person. So it's like, the way that you talk to your sister or brother or your wife is different from, for example, the way that you talk to your friend. Exactly the same. But these phrases are used for informal context. Yeah. And
Yeah, it's okay. I will try.
okay, very good. Well, and let me say something. In all these actually phrases and maybe words, phrases, sentences that you make to accept, to say, actually to make a conversation and keep it going. We have something really important, that is intonation,
Yeah.
So actually what makes your speech more natural and better is your intonation. So if you are the best speaker with, for example, lots of vocabulary, grammatical structure, but if you don't know intonation, you won't be actually a natural speaker. What is that? For example, when I want to say that, unfortunately, so I want to say that, for example, I wish I could, like this. I said, I wish I could, but I've already got some. Look at, and you're like, what is this? So it depends how to say. So for example, sometimes you can make an informal phrase like formal when you change your intonation. And that is really important, how to state your emotion and feeling and something. When you're surprised, when you're happy, show it. When you are not happy with the situation, please show it. So this is intonation that is really important in addition to word stress. And about sorry. Sorry is a good word that you can use. For example, I'm sorry, but I can't come this time. This is very normal, informal. Okay. You want to say maybe next time, hopefully next time. So all of them are phrases. Yeah.
Yeah, I see in the formal situation. Um, I should, or I must answer directly, more
Direct.
directly, straightforward. That means, yeah, I couldn't, or I won't, and I
Yeah.
must do something.
Yeah.
But that mean directly and direct answer, right?
I got it. Yeah, of course. You mean that, we normally say that direct and indirect. Yeah, this is really normal. Actually, indirect question is totally different here. So you begin your answer with thank you. So of course you make it, when you say thank you make it polite and formal and perfect. Then of course, but. Or for example, yeah, thank you. I would be happy to join. I would be, for example, please. So of course, directly answer. So why not? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Well, and any other question?
No, I don't.
Yeah, okay, very good. And now let's see, what do we have? Okay, here. Wow. Okay, and we have some, as you can see, we talked about these phrases, so we have nothing to do with them. Okay, well, and now we're going to listen to 5 invitation. Okay, and let's match them. If, accept, declines, partly declines, neither accept nor decline. So let's see. Okay.
So
Yeah.
can you explain me about the partly? That means
Oh, it's not, you're not sure. You're not sure. Like so. We will listen. Yeah, you're not sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me play 5.4. Yeah, 5.4. Okay.
Five point four. 1.
How about joining us for a coffee after work?
That would be nice, but can I let you know later? 2.
Do you feel like coming to the cinema with us?
Sorry, I'm heading straight home tonight. It's my partner's birthday.
3.
Would you like to go to that new pizza place for lunch?
Why not? Sounds good.
4.
I've got 2 tickets for the theatre next Thursday evening and was wondering if you'd like to come with me.
That's very nice of you, but I'm fairly sure I've got something on that night.
Oh.
I'll have to check my calendar.
5.
Some of us are playing golf this weekend. Are you interested in coming along?
Thanks for the invitation, but I'm not sure I can. I'm waiting to see if I have to work this weekend. I'm meeting my boss at 3 today to find out what's happening.
Well,
Mhm.
you remember?
Yeah. Yeah, the first one is
Yeah.
the first one is partly accept, right?
Of course, partly accept. Very good. The
Yeah.
second one?
The second one decline.
Of course. Third one?
Third one accept.
Great. Fourth?
For neither accept or decline.
Yeah, it's like, no, the last one, neither accept or decline. But, you know, the first one was partly decline.
Yeah.
But the last one, neither accept or decline. So actually, there was a doubt there. So for example, when we say partly, as I told you just now, it's like you are not, there is a doubt here that you are it means you are interested, but you have some limitation. So maybe yes, maybe no. For example, when it's formal, you say, I would be happy to attend, but I have another meeting, so I may need to leave early. It means if I can leave early, so I will. And for example, when it's informal, I would love to come, but I might have, for example, I might have to leave early. So it means that I try to make it, but maybe I can. This is partly. But when you say neither, it means you are totally neutral. So it's like, okay, I have some plans, so I should talk to my boss. So there is nothing clear here, okay? Yeah. Well, and of course, there are some phrases that you can use. For example, for formal situation, again, as I'm able to attend part of your event. For example, for the event, but unfortunately, for example, I won't be able to stay for the entire duration. It means maybe I have another plan, so I need to leave early. So this is one phrase that you can use. This is formal. Okay, again, thank you for your invitation. I can join, but I may need to leave before the conclusion since I have another commitment or plan, for example. Informal. I can join for a bit. I can join for a bit, but I won't be able. I can't stay for the whole thing. So, you know, the whole thing, I can join. So there are some words that make you switch, I don't know, like smoother, better, and informal, of course. Well, let's see. And okay, listen again and write down any useful phrases the speaker uses and the responses. Okay, let's see. Okay.
5.4. 1.
How about joining us for a coffee after work?
That would be nice, but can I let you know later?
So
it would be nice.
Yeah, of course it would be, yeah. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
2.
Do you feel like coming to the cinema with us?
Sorry, I'm heading straight home tonight. It's my partner's birthday.
3.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm here.
Would you like to go to that new pizza place for lunch?
Why not? Sounds good.
Why not? Sounds good.
Why not? Yeah.
4.
I've got 2 tickets for the theater next Thursday evening and was wondering if you'd like to come with me.
That's very nice of you, but I'm fairly sure I've got something on that night.
Oh,
I'll have to check my calendar.
so thanks for
That-
the invitation.
Yeah, that's very nice, but
Yeah, of course. I'm fairly sure. So it means not compelled, but I'm sure that I've got something on. So I have to check my calendar. So it means maybe I have another plans. Let me check my calendar.
yeah.
5.
Some of us are playing golf this weekend. Are you interested in coming along?
Thanks for the invitation, but I'm not sure I can. I'm waiting to see if I have to work this weekend.
So
Thank for the invitation, but yeah. But
I'm not sure I can. I'm
Yeah, I'm
not
not sure.
sure I can. Of course, this is a really good one. I like this one. I'm not sure I can. So this is really good.
Yeah.
And
I'm meeting my boss at 3 today to find out what's happening.
well, so there are phrases and of course, different phrases that you can use. Well, for example, let's practice. So there are some activities, okay? And for example, if your friend asks you or invite you to go to the cinema to see a good film together, you want to accept. What will you say? Yeah, you want to accept it. So how you respond, what do you say?
Yeah. In accept, right?
Yeah, accept and your friend.
Yeah. That's great, and see you at that time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can say, that sounds great. I'll definitely be there. I will definitely be there. Yeah, of course. Why not? Yeah, very good. Or see you there, as you said. That is really good. Or for example, your friend, okay, invite you to go for dinner somewhere. You want to decline.
Decline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the invitation, but I have another plan at that time.
Yeah, it's really normal. So it's like, just thank you for your invitation. This is your friend, so you don't need to just thanks. And you say, thanks, buddy. So, but I have another plan. So I have all the plans, so you can say. And of course, as I told you, you can use, if you want to do it another time, so you can say, can I take a rain check? Can I take a rain check? This is an idiom that you can use when you want to delay something, maybe later, not now. For example, I'd love to go, but I have all the plans. Can I take a rain check? So this is really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This is really good one, and we normally use it. Okay, well, let's see. Again, we talked about the structures. Present continuous will be going to talk about future plans, so you know this one. Okay, so for example, the first one, what is the tense? She's coming later on this morning to speak with you. So she's coming in is present continuous, so we know this. This will give you a real insight into their life. Of course, will be going to. And present simple, when we have a timetable, we can use present simple to talk about future plans. So it's like, for example, when you want to give the exact time of doing something in future, you can use present simple. Okay, well, let's match sentences A to E with situations 1 to 5. Number one, someone making a decision as they speak. So what is that?
Did we with you?
Sorry?
Um,
Someone.
in the a decision when speak, I think they it it is a quick decision in that situation, but it's not planned.
Of course, no. It's like, for example, we're talking, look at this one. Look. It would be a good idea to travel with our interpreter. So why not? This is something that, yeah, we are talking about it right now, of course. So I suggest you say, it's a good idea. So this is someone making a decision as they speak. So I already gave the answer. So this is A. It would be a good idea to travel with our interpreter. So I think it's good. And
that means at that time it would be in the idea situation, but not have
of
any
course.
plan.
Of course, it's like, action reaction. I suggest something, we are talking at this moment, I suggest something, of course you can accept or say no, it's not a good idea. So of course it's not something, maybe I've planned it before, but I haven't shared it with you. So it's like, maybe this is something. Okay. And 2, someone talking about a plan, intention, or something they've already decided to do,
She is
decided.
Not,
there is no arrangement.
that means that something planned already, right?
Planned and decided, of course. And we know that to do this, we use be going to when we decided and planned.
See.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
We've looked at all the options and we're going to arrange 2 days, but it's not exact, not yet. Okay. And the next one, someone talking about an appointment or arrangement. Arrangement.
B.
Definitely A. This is arrangement, so you know that. Yeah, when you talk about appointment, arrangement, definitely present continuous. Okay, well, and someone making a prediction for?
Prediction.
Yeah.
Prediction.
You predict something, it means you find perspective. B. B, definitely yes. Yeah, will, and
D.
Yeah, and someone talking about a timetable or schedule, of course, is D. Yeah, the first morning flight leaves at 7:15. Great. Okay, now, let's see which is the best option. Let's choose, I can see you on Friday. I'm doing a training course in London. So which one is better? You are sure about, it's, you already,
That mean which bed in from A to 8.
No, let me say, we have 1, 2, part 3, okay? We have the first part, and then we should choose this or this. Which one is better to complete? Yeah.
I will do a training course in London.
Nope.
I'm doing.
Nope. I'm doing is the best. Why? When I say I can see you on Friday, If I say I'll do, it means, you know, maybe a doubt is here, 50-50. Maybe it's not about, it's like, you know, I think I won't. But when I say I'm doing a training course in London, of course, I've already got, for example, I don't know, an appointment or training course on Friday. So I'm sure this is arranged. So I'm doing a training course in London.
Yeah.
And 2,
will be.
yeah, for weather, definitely. Or be going to. If we had be going to, we would also use it. But here, of course, will. And
I think for now the weather forecast very they good in predict, but I think will maybe fit.
Of course, will is best. Of course, for weather. And for example, prediction, we use will and be going to. Will is better, but you also, you can also use be going to. Here, will is the best option. Number 3.
I think it is going to arrive.
No. This is timetable. You have the time.
Something when something when on the timetable we can use
present simple.
Present.
Definitely yes. Definitely yes. And by the way, I'm out of the office tomorrow. Are you? Okay, I'm letting Christina know. So number 4.
I think I will let Christina.
Of course.
Yeah.
I let, and you know, this is an instant decision. What is that? For example, by the way, I'm out of the office tomorrow. Are you? So this is actually something that I just been informed. So I say that, okay, I let. So for making instant decisions, so at the moment, right now, we use will. For example, when you go to a restaurant, you want to order food, you use will. I will have, this is your decision right now. So you choose and then you use will. So will is the best, okay? 5, I'm not in the office on Monday. I'm going to go, I'll go to an exhibition.
I'm going to go.
Of course, be going to. And 6, I made a meeting.
I meet.
Okay, so why? This afternoon.
I think this is scheduled and it is planned.
Okay, so, let me say something.
I'm meeting.
Okay, there is a difference between timetable and maybe an arranged appointment. What is this?
I think it is arrangement.
Of course. So I'm meeting.
Yeah.
Of course. 7.
Could you give me some information about this? Of course. I will email. Yeah.
Of course. Again, a decision at the moment. Yeah, instant. And the next one, the last 8.
I think Greta will notice a lot.
Of course, will. Of course, again, it's like, you know, I'm making a prediction since she's not here. Yeah, of course. So I'm, making a prediction. Well, okay. Now, let's answer these questions using will be, going to, and present continuous. So let's talk about them. Well, okay, so tell me about your weekend. Have you got a busy weekend?
Yes, I'm going to join an event.
Yeah, very good. An event, okay. And are you doing anything tonight? Something that you're sure about it?
Yeah, I don't I don't have any plan, but I think I will go out with my friend.
Yeah, I'm not. So actually,
Yeah.
I'm not. Actually, I'm not. Are you doing anything tonight? Actually, I'm not. But maybe, I'm
Yeah.
thinking about, hanging out with friends. So you're
Yeah.
not sure about. And what's the weather forecast for the weekend?
It will be sunny.
Very good. It will be sunny. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what time is the last train, for example?
It is 10 p.m.
Very good. And what do you think about the threat of global warming? You should predict.
It will
Yeah.
it will become warm warmer than
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, of course. You can say it will. So it will and anything. For example, it will be
Yeah.
a great danger. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Are you free tomorrow afternoon?
I'm no, I'm going to come back my hometown.
Yeah, okay. I'm traveling to my hometown. Very good. And I'm going back to my, yeah, very good. I'm going to go back. And have you booked your next holiday?
Not yet. I will do it.
Perfect. I will do it. And what plans have you got for projects at work or home? Home or work?
No, not yet.
Okay, so what's here? Not yet, no. Since this is not yes, no question. What plans? So I haven't. So
yeah.
any plans yet? Okay,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
I will. I will do
Yeah.
it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means I don't have any plan, so I will do it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Maybe I will do it later. Very good. Okay. Do you have any question related to this? Yeah, of course, you've already known and you have no question.
Yeah.
Wow. Rule 47. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a little busy for now, so
Of
could
course.
we stop here? So we can.
Sure. Of course. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a great working day and see you next week. No,
Yeah, thank you.
no. This is Wednesday. On Friday. Sorry, this is Wednesday.
See you on
Okay,
Friday.
goodbye. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Yeah.